heavy metal, you know, but it was Metallica that brought it up to the next level.
Here was this scene that was, if you listen to the rock and roll drum beats, were pretty tame, and then all of a sudden you hear this, and you're like, whoa, what is this new sound I must take in? And they were the first ones to do it.
Metallica was all about the brilliance of that crunchy fucking guitar before anyone else had it. They had it.
Thrash was an evolution. It wasn't created. I think Metallica, especially with Kill 'Em All, turned everyone's head.
The impact of Kill 'Em All, the very first album, just blew everybody away. It was just so far ahead of its time. It was the ultimate thrash album.
After Kill 'Em All came out, all the bands, the independent bands that got signed afterwards were just totally fast, you know? Just totally aggressive, just totally just like going for it, you know, and trying to be as thrashy as possible.
Metallica helped define thrash metal. I mean, they were one of the first bands to blow up big with it, even when we didn't know how big they were going to get, you know, but with every record, they were just redefining their sound and redefining what was going to be the new trend in thrash metal.
They had all this amazing stuff going on, and it would be almost impossible to think what could stop that momentum. It would have to take something truly catastrophic.
In September of '86, Metallica probably received the biggest blow, probably still to this day in their career. I'm sure they would say that. With the death of their original bassist, Cliff Burton.
I was just about to go on KUSF, and I got a call, and it was KJ Doughton, their fan club guy, and he had just told me that Cliff Burton had died. They had a big accident in Sweden. And I went on the air, and I couldn't talk for a couple hours, and a lot of people had learned about it, and it impacted more people than any other event I can ever remember, because most people our age had never dealt with death, had never known anybody who died.
When you talked about Cliff Burton, this was a guy that had his feet firmly planted on the ground, and it didn't matter if his popularity and success was, you know, to the moon. This guy was still going to be the same guy he was when, you know, I first met him in high school. And I think that's what he brought to Metallica, and it's sad that he's gone, because those kind of people are very far and few apart.
What he meant to Metallica was, it's even hard to put in words. I mean, what he meant to the whole metal movement in general, there's no one like him. I mean, from the way he attacked the bass, what he played, and how he played. And his presence on stage was just mind-blowing.
In a lot of heavy metal circles, Metallica is still really great, but I think they were pretty much at their greatest when they had Cliff Burton in the band. And myself, I miss the guy a lot. He was definitely a legend and a presence that will never be forgotten. Long live Cliff.
You saw them kind of gradually move away from thrash, and a lot of people feel that if Cliff had lived, that might not have been the case, and that he might have kept the band more pure to what they started out doing. But I don't know if that's so true. I mean, Metallica ended up becoming overall the biggest metal band really ever, one of them at least.
I think Metallica is the Black Sabbath of our generation, the Led Zeppelin of our generation. And I think, I mean, Metallica obviously, first 4 records, classic. First 5 records, classic.
They're the forefathers. We wouldn't be doing this without Metallica, without having heard Metallica. So they have, you know, forever everyone's respect in metal for breaking through and doing what they did and helping totally define the genre.